Hello everyone. This is Chris from ProTraders Lounge. Together with my man Netzo, we would like to give you a little update on BTC and some altcoins today. So let's jump directly into the content, guys. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin, crazy move, crazy move. Bitcoin is finally leaving this range here. Really nice to see. Not much has changed. For Bitcoin, in my opinion, from the last public updates I gave, at least, I'm still looking for this 30K area being the next resistance here. Yeah, we have this weekly here. We have a POC in this range here. The 30K is basically the low of this higher range. Basically, let's mark it out for you guys. Basically, let's say like this. Yeah, so this is the next technical resistance here. Um, on a at least on a mid time frame here. Um, Also on a higher time frame, this is decent resistance. For me, the overall major resistance on a higher time frame, if you look at the monthly chart, is basically 35K. Yeah, we had some monthlies down here. Yeah, this was a monthly here. I removed it because we claimed it. Yeah, we did manage to close above the monthly, but finally had this pullback towards this monthly here I was expecting, and a really nice push through this monthly, push up out of this range here. So, and on the monthly chart, the next logical level for me would be 35K. Yeah, that simple. Yeah, not much has changed here for BTC. Um, yeah, we had a really nice push out here. I was expecting us actually to leave the range on the next attempt. This was a really nice attempt to break the range here on high volume. If you look at the volume, let me quickly switch it on for you. Where is it? My volume is gone. Volume here. Here we go. Yeah, you see we had a nice spike in volume here on this attempt to break this range. Rejected, basically backtested this weekly level, held it and pushed out of it. I was expecting if we try another time, we break out, and this is actually what happened. Yeah, we broke out, backtested this previous pivot here, and currently making our way up. So for me, two scenarios now to play BTC locally. We have a fresh daily down here, and we have some lows which might be taken out here on BTC. So basically one scenario, let's zoom in a little bit on a lower time frame. One potential scenario is we drop here, backtest this daily, to maybe take the liquidity down here, and then make our way up towards the next level of resistance. Or my actually preferred scenario would be if we just keep on pushing. If we do not give like much pullbacks, I would like to see to keep on the pressure on bears and just keep on squeezing and going upwards. This would be my ideal scenario for BTC. Yeah, this is my game plan. I'm waiting now and yeah, see what we get. Yeah, but this is a level I might be interested to take a scalp. And yeah, or wait for higher now and see if we reject here at this 30K area. I would also like to show you XRP, guys, because I think XRP has some potential in my opinion. We don't need volume, and this here. So if we look on a higher time frame and do some fixed range pulls here, guys, you will see some interesting stuff. Give me a second. So if we pull the fixed range from overall, this is the Binance chart. So the history starts here in May 2018. You see that the overall point of control shifted down up from here to this area where we are here at the moment. And this is basically this dotted line I added here, a little bit higher, and this is a really nice sign. So this basically means that there's volume coming in here. Compared to the overall price action here, this is the area where the most volume is concentrated, and this is nice. Also, after this shift here, it shows that we have an influx of volume here. So, in my opinion, so also if I want to show you something else. If we pull the fixed range from the all-time high down to recent price action, yeah, come on, it's also in this area here. So this is a really nice POC down here. So if we manage to hold this now, and for me it looks like we want to hold it. If you zoom in a little bit on a lower time frame, you see we have some sort of rounded bottom here. Yeah, we had this liquidity run earlier on XRP already. Here, this wick down, really nice wick, took out the liquidity, and this is where the POC was previously before it shifted up to here. So as soon as we start to break this weekly here, with some volume coming in with an impulse break, I'm seeing us flying towards this area here, 0.47 up to 0.49. We have a POC up here, a weekly, monthly. So this is the next major area of resistance, and this is quite a big move. This is like a 25, 26% move for XRP. And this is what I'm actually looking for. Yeah. I mean, of course, if BTC starts to break down and goes to Valhalla to zero or whatever, I mean, we probably break down on altcoins as well. But let's say BTC holds up. I would like to see XRP also making another move up here. So this POC has to hold. At the moment, it's holding. So let's see if we get this push through this weekly here. This is resistance at the moment, and with it, this area. Right, thanks guys. I will pass over to my man Netzo, and yeah, enjoy his update.
Hello everyone, it's me Netso Kronos again, with you live from Pro Traders Launch. I think we can get quickly started and let's see what levels lie ahead for us and where we can trade, where we can get into some long position, where we should take profits, and where we could look also for potential swing bigger shorts. So if we come back to the chart, there is maybe one point I would like to go over with you. If we start from beginning, what do we have on the bigger time frame? So on the bigger time frame, for me, we do have two ranges. So we got the 30k to 60k range, and for the past few months we had the bottom 15k to 25. What was the high? Yeah, so the 25k range. If we pull the volume profile on these ranges like this, oh no, sorry about that. Let's take the volume profile. So what we can see clearly here is, once we are in the range, all is neat, all is good. But once you lose that range value area, then yeah, you are most likely to form a new range, lower or higher, depending of where the value area is broken. So if we look again what we had here, you had the value area high. If you look at the weekly close, basically just closed everything. This was a quick liquidity grab, and some feeling of imbalances. But again, we closed above that value area, which was a nice backtest of that value area high. of the range, and from there on we started to impulse higher. What do we have here soon coming in is the value area low of the previous range, which is this here. We do have a nice order block here patiently waiting that is kind of front running the 30k level. So what my game plan for is here, I will be looking here for a potential short, just front running that 30k, coming into that order block, filling some imbalances, backtesting the value area low of the previous range, which we still did not get anywhere. Maybe on lower time frames, but on weekly, daily time frame, you really didn't get any bigger backtests of the value area of the previous range. But what the next game plan here is, if we start to come back, get acceptance into that value area low, the textbook scenario for volume profile areas are that you have a high probability chance to come and backtest the value area high of the range. So you might get some sort of reaction from the point of control, but in the end, you can come close to, we do have some nice juicy levels here for taking out the liquidity. So this is the game plan for if we come back into the previous range value area. So you have a high chance of, again, I'm repeating, tapping the value area high, which I will have in mind. We still didn't get even, I mean, we didn't even tap the value area low. We are still waiting for that reclaim, still some confirmations. This is not 100% at all, just an idea. But if you start to reject here, come back, test the value area low, and again, you come back into the value area of the previous lower range, then again, you have a high chance, a high probability that you will be looking for that value area low of the range. So that's just something to be aware. Yesterday we had a nice swinger session as every Sunday, and we are currently in a nice juicy long from the daily order block that was formed and the 1 hourly order block that was formed with the naked point of control, with which got tapped really nicely here, as you can see. Also, as previously, we tapped the 6 hourly order block, also with the point of control confluence. And yeah, we are still in a bullish trend. I mean, nothing still has confirmed to me that we will be going lower. So once some key levels are broken, back tested, we do have rules on how to trade them, how to trade the back test, what are the high probability chances of getting that nice back test and the just the continuation. So we still don't have that. Yesterday we were keeping eyes, as I mentioned, on the daily order block with that confluence. If that were to get broken, which it didn't, I would maybe at least for some time be bearish, but overall structure is still bullish, and I would remain looking for those swing longs. Once we broke 1, 2, 3 levels, which are of key importance, especially as I mentioned, that value are high of the previous range. If we would come back inside, then my bias would kind of switch to bearish momentum. But as I mentioned, we are still long from there, and Bitcoin is still in a bullish uprise. We are coming in some key level resistance, which we will be looking for a potential short. If we were to break it, and as I mentioned, we do have rules on what we will be looking at on those breaks, we could potentially get that nice back test. And again, go with the trend. Do not try and I mean, you can try. This is a short potential area. But your bias should be again remaining bullish because we still haven't broken any market structure. I don't see anything bigger on order flow that could suggest that the bigger players are distributing some spot positions. Nothing is there. Um, and yeah, here's just a quick view on what we were looking at yesterday. So we had that daily order block. We did have that 1 hourly order block inside that daily order block. And yeah, we got that potential rise for now. We are taking profits as, again, once you have profit secured, then you're stress free. Put your stop loss at entry at break even, or for now, what I have is just a break of market structure. If you had some order blocks, I would put my stop loss somewhere below those order blocks, as again, we are looking for bias. We are looking for market structure breaks. We are looking for breaks of some crucial support, some crucial resistance. And once we do start to break some order blocks, especially on higher time frame, then again, my bias will be shifted. I will not be married to my bias and just keep trading. What makes me profitable. And if you stick to your bias too much, I could envision that we do have some people that were shorting just this whole uprise here. Just from candlestick pattern wise, this was bullish, and I could envision that people just can't really adapt, and they were shorting this like crazy. We had some major daily order blocks here, which again were previously resistance, as we can see here, but once you got through that, got nicely backtested, I mean, there is nothing to be bearish about still. Um, Funding, as I saw yesterday, we had a little bit chat, like funding is still not even neutral. I mean, it is slightly positive, but on the neutral side, it's usually somewhere around 0.01, which we still don't have, and you still have a lot of shorters at the low. Still people selling spot positions, and that clearly gets really nicely absorbed. If we can check out Binance, so yesterday we got that slightly weak. You again got some positions, yeah, just limits filled. You got that rise. So again, just people selling into big players' hands, and yeah, from there on, is we can also check out from CVD divergences. The same is happening. So yesterday we got this like nice bullish CVD, everyone shorting, open interest rising, just spot sells. Yeah, and that's screaming like short squeeze me and let's go up. Same as today, we got into that daily order block. Again, you got slightly bullish divergences, but from here, as you can see, this was the low. The next low was really a small wick under it, but CVD went really far down, so you got probably some stop traders, nice shorters getting into it. And yeah, like stick with the momentum. We do have our levels, as I mentioned. If this daily order block fails, we do have our next potential area, which is the daily order block, another one, and we do have the weekly order block above us. So this is something to keep an eye on. I will mark it like this. So we have the weekly order block, and we do have the daily order block that is below us. So everything in between are day trades, scalp trades, on smaller time frame, of course. Yeah, but I think that's it from my side. These two areas are of key importance, at least for me. If you start to break, as I mentioned, some other order blocks, some other high volume area in this range, then yeah, we can look for some short-term bearish bias. But as I mentioned, sometimes there is no sign still of that. Yeah, if you go down, there is one potential idea. You might break this, wait for the back test, and so on and so on. So these are some things I really look for to check my bias. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it today. And be patient. Do not enter every trade that's not as high probable as you think. Go with the bias and just keep it calm. Thank you everyone for listening. Pump up the likes if you like the content. Please do add some comments on what we may cover in the next YouTube session. And there is also one thing I want to point out. There was KuCoin previous week. I did free YouTube video, and I was talking about KuCoin resistance. We tapped like this. This is perfection. I talk about this 1.6, and this is no inside. This was, you can check out on YouTube. The last video I did. So the 1.6 fib channel, it got tapped like perfectly. From there on, I did take profits. It did fall like 6.5% from our order block area and the fib channel. If Bitcoin pushes higher to that weekly, I am still waiting for this plan that was shared again for free to the upper order block, and again tapping once more the 1.6, and from there on maybe coming back inside the range and taking out some lower liquidities and tapping the lower order block. So this played out really nice. In the next session, maybe I'll find some additional altcoins that I will be sharing. But for now, this is it, guys. Again, thank you for listening and have a nice week. Bye bye.